Hello everyone. Today we have Gaurav ji with us. He is the promoter of Rapid Valves. As we discussed about Rapid Valves, I gave you an introduction about Rapid Valves. So Gaurav ji, थोड़ा informal रखते हुए, I'll just ask firstly that could you please give more about you, your background, your education, and how did you start Rapid Valves, like that your journey about Rapid Valves?
Excellent. Yes, very good afternoon, Dhruf, to you, and thank you for getting me on board. So first of all, the inception of the company was in 2002. However, the production commencement was only in 2007. Well, I started my career with oil and gas, with securing certification from API 60 and API 600. I struggled for at least from 2007 to 2013 was a big struggle, and I had fallen very bad with oil and gas. I could not penetrate the market for various reasons. So the start was not as rosier it seems today. We have had our part of struggle for initial 5 to 6 years. But then after, yes, I strongly believe that diversification was needed because Rapid Valve was not steering in the right direction with oil and gas, with too many competitors, extremely capital intensive, very rough competition, global market pressure, China imports pressure, prerequisites of ONGC, BPCL, IOCL, and other oil and gas companies, less transparency. So somewhere I was not able to make my place in oil and gas. So it took me good 5 years to realize that I cannot make it with oil and gas. And soon I started diversifying my industry to other core players like renewable energy, chemical, process, pharma, steel, food. So I got registered with various companies, and then after my journey kicked off.
Fair
Yes.
enough. तो सर वाल्व्स का पूछ लेते हैं कितने प्रकार के डिफरेंट वाल्व्स आप मैन्युफैक्चर करते हो एंड व्हाट आर द यूजेस टू पुट इट इन अ सिंपलर वे फॉर द व्यूअर्स आप इतना बता सकते
So,
हो?
so in layman terms, I would put it, valves is a component or a product which helps you control any flow. Very simple. That is a valve. Okay. But the application of valves is quite diverse in various industries. Okay. The permutation combination in terms of the pressure rating, the material of construction, type of valve varies from with a lot of factors. If I have to name a few valves, would be gate, globe, check, ball, control valves, and so on. And different materials, when I say depending upon the application, there are various materials like mild steel, stainless steel, inconel, haste alloy, nickel, aluminum, bronze, gunmetal, and so on. So the use of these valves are in various industry across various end users, ranging from I would say from steel to food to even the aero industries. So there's various use of valves all over and everywhere in the industries.
Or which are the different industries where we cater to? And adding to that, what differentiates rapid valves from its competitors? Like in terms, especially we are in the industries like suppose ethanol, marine. So
Yes,
what
yes.
differentiates us, and which are the industries we are catering to?
So the major industry we are catering is to marine and shipbuilding, ethanol, sugar, um, steel, pharma, and so on. But main industries, our top three industries are marine, ethanol, and defense. Now, what differentiates from others? You have to understand that all SMEs do not have all kind of facilities. And today, we take pride in disclosing that we manufacture, we design, and we deliver everything in house. So any product coming to us, okay, is starts from the design board. We use the best technology. We have the best softwares. We have the best automated machines. We have a super team of engineers who help us to execute the most toughest orders with toughest specifications. Yes. So it's entirely a team effort. What we do, how we deliver to our customer, and being an engineering company, it's very important to understand that today customer does not only expect a good product from you, but he also expects a good after sales service, prompt replies, good technical support, and so on, which we take pride in having with our organization. And my team works very hard to make every customer satisfied. Yes.
So when you say marine, So what type of expertise do we require? And are there any other players that are doing such work
Yet
like just
marine is a very small, yet marine is a very big industry with very limited players. Okay.
right?
So in marine, we do not deal with regular materials like stainless steel or mild steel. We are dealing with non-ferrous materials, which are nickel, aluminum, bronze, and gunmetal. And these are very non-standard products. And especially when it comes to the Indian Navy has their own code and standard set to manufacture, deliver as per their requirement, and not many industries are very keen to diversifying with their ongoing business towards marine, because they need to change the entire mindset of the organization, the design, and the entire team. Okay. Hence, marine being a vast industry still has very limited players. Hence, I see a very vast scope in the marine industry with valves.
सर एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज मैंने देखी थी while reading your RHP or investor presentation
Yes.
that Maharashtra Defense on Aerospace Board ने in आपकी कंपनी में they have invested around I think 5 crore rupees. So
Yes, the Maharashtra, yes,
is
yes.
that
So
a
we're very
big
fortunate.
break? Is that a
We were
big
very
break you
fortunate
are
that Maharashtra State Defense Fund had given us this opportunity to come on board. And before that, we were called by the Secretariat of Defense to Delhi that why all good manufacturers are backing up from the defense industry. Why? So we simply said that, sir, we have no support from the defense. We don't get advances. We don't have that capital to invest into these orders because we don't get advances because they're big ticket size order. Each order values from around 7 to 8 crores to 20, 30 crores. So that is when they realize the need to fund the SME. And they shortlisted a couple of people in Valve, and we were one of them. And we were chosen, we were audited, our processes, our systems were audited to our factory, and we were awarded this funding from Maharashtra State Defense Fund. And because of this, um, we got a substantial amount of boost in our sales since we received the funds from Maharashtra State Defense Fund. We were recommended supplier to all the shipyards. So yes, this has put a very big feather in our cap, Maharashtra State Defense Fund.
fair enough, sir. And we have more than 70% of the revenue coming from the top five customers as well. So, like, could
Right.
you provide a sectorial split of the business and like how do you is there any plan for diversification going forward?
Yes. So see, when you say defense or when you say steel or sugar or chemical process or pharmaceutical. Okay. If my five customers are belonging to this particular sector, what we are doing right now is creating more customers in the same database. So, for example, if I'm supplying to Jindal Steel and Power Limited to Odisha, I'm diversifying by the same segment, but to GSW, to Bukharo Steel. So we are increasing our customer base in the same segment, but with various customers because we have a strong performance track record and our entry becomes easy into these industries. See, it is very important being an Asian company. We need a lot of certifications, a lot of audits, and then our vendor code is generated. So we have already been working towards this, increasing our database, our customer base to the same industry, but various other customers, since we have all the performance track records. Let it be oil and gas, let it be defense, let it be steel, let it be pharma, and so on. So yes, we are increasing our customer base not by the month, but by the week. Our sales team is working very hard on it.
Fair enough. Yet you're diversified only currently as well, is what you're saying, right? Like,
Yes, we are diversifying. So probably next year when we'll be talking at the same time, you'll be having a list of 500 customers we are working with approximately in the
fair
same
enough.
industry, but different walks of life.
And are you exporting currently any products?
Yes, we are exporting, but a very small chunk. India keeps us very busy. So really, we don't have the time to focus on exports. But yes, my focus is on exports. We recently participated in Val World, where we had customers coming from Saudi, Poland, Dubai, requesting for dealerships, requesting to set up a manufacturing plant in their countries. We see the demand, we see the growth in export. We would like to explore that opportunity, but that would be only after 6 months once we upgrade our facility because we have to ensure that demand and supply are proportionate. I don't want to create a demand where I cannot supply.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yes.
Uh, Sir, we manufacture a variety of products, and I think
Yes,
innovation and technical efficacy is the core for your products because design is everything in valves, is what I understand.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
how do you ensure that your products meet the industry standards, or what are the R&D activities that you consider doing in your line of business?
Right. So you have to know one thing, that all valves are manufactured to a certain governing standard. We all valve manufacturers, not me, but all valve manufacturers across the globe are governed by specific standards where we are supposed to follow and manufacture valves to that standard. All right. The what we do is, um, how do we add value to the product is important. How do we enhance the product? How do we improve the durability and the life of the product? Okay, so that happens with the designing department. My design team works very hard to ensure that, if we are giving a warranty period for 18 months, in marine we are giving a warranty period for 3 years. So we are enhancing the life of the product by making some design changes within the parameters of the set design, and enhancing the life of the product by overspecking the product in a certain way. You know, yeah, that's what we do.
सर डिविएटिंग अ लिटिल मतलब बिजनेस के बारे में तो आई एम श्योर प्री आईपीओ काफी आपकी मीटिंग्स होगी, लिस्टिंग के बाद भी बहुत लोग आपको पूछेंगे. वन
Right.
थिंग आई वांट टू आस्क दैट apart from this, could you share some instances in your journey that you have tried some innovation or some different thing that didn't work out for you, and how did you mitigate that? क्या है कि कुछ रिस्क लिए होंगे to reach out till here, तो
Absolutely
उसके
right,
बारे में
Dhruv.
सर कुछ स्टोरी बता सकते हो तो.
I'll tell you. Like I said, when I started my career with oil and gas, um, for 6 years we saw only struggle, and because oil and gas is quite a demanding industry, with certifications, with quality, with product development, and me being something new in this segment, was trying everything, and I was desperate to get into oil and gas, because when you think of valve, just the first thing what comes to your mind is oil and gas. Today, majority of the valve manufacturers work for oil and gas. So, like I said, it was 5 years it took me. I felt very bad. I didn't get approvals. I We failed the audit. We didn't penetrate into the markets very well. There was no road ahead. I had spent a lot of money to get these approvals, and somehow I could not make to oil and gas. The feeling was something I was thinking. I was like, I've got into the wrong industry, or I don't know how to do the thing right way. It was a very bad stage in my life. Newly started company, limited access to funds, limited access to technology, trying to get in with all the big players in oil and gas, spending money. Um, see, when you don't have limited knowledge about something, you intend to spend a lot of money towards it. So I did the similar thing. Too much of debt funding for oil and gas, certification like API 6D. So an annual fees just to retain that certificate was around $20,000 plus the audit fees at that time. So yes, I had withdrawal symptoms after 5 years, that I have selected the wrong line. But yes, I took the courage to diversify and steer the company into another direction. Um, and yes, today I am where I am. That's how it is.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
आकृति मैम बोलिए.
Yeah. So looking at the financials, the company has grown significantly over the last 2 years, from around
Yes.
12 crores to 36 crores in top line. And the
Right.
margins have also increased significantly from 2.8% to 11.3%, which
Right.
is quite good. So what are the primary drivers of this growth, and how sustainable do you think these margins are going
So
forward?
yes. So yes, the margins are quite sustainable. We will be sustaining these margins in the future. But why is the question? So mainly it is because of the Maharashtra State Defense Fund. We got a very big boost in the defense sector. So today, if you have to see my order book, we have 50 to 60% booking from the defense sector. Companies
Right.
like GRSE, companies like Mazgaon Dock, companies like Cochin Shipyard, Udupi Shipyard, L&T Shipbuilding, and so on. We are working with all these PSU shipyards across India, which has made the company very stable in terms of product, in terms of manufacturing, in terms of supply. So this has been the core strength for the company towards growth. Apart from that, when we receive this funding, we have upgraded our facility with additional VMC machines, CNC machines, and testing machines, which has enhanced our capability, and our delivery periods have have become quite substantial in terms of delivering products in a shorter time to the customers. So yes, Maharashtra State Defense Fund has played a very important role in for the growth of this company.
And I think the automated machines have also helped increase the utilization.
Certainly, I'll tell you, if I'm trying to reduce the human effort in our factory and increase the automation, reasoning after 8 hours, it is bound to happen that a human is going to give up in efficiency, and I'm not going to get the quality product. So we are constantly investing in upgrading our facility with more and more CNC and VMC machines, where I want to reduce the human effort by 60 to 70% in my factory within the next 2 years, which will not only increase the efficiency, but also the precision of the product.
So the company is going for an IPO on the NSE Emerge platform. So
Yes.
what will be the use of the capital that we are raising?
So mainly, if you read my RHP, we have very clearly stated that we are diverting these funds and using these funds towards the upgradation of the facility. We are purchasing a lot of VMC machines, testing machines, softwares designed to improvise and upscale our designing capabilities. We are also clearing some of our debt with the banks. And also, we are looking for some kind of synergy or reverse engineering or reverse integration with acquiring some companies who would add substantial cost to our company by improving our product. So
Right.
this is the reason we are raising funds towards it. Yes.
Sir, as the chairman and MD of Rapid Balls, what is the vision for the company according to you for the next 10 to 15 years? Where do you see it?
So when we stick to 5 years, 10 years would be more.
Okay.
So my vision for Rapid Balls India Limited is very clear. Reduce human effort, increase automation in whichever way you can, because it's going to be very difficult to find laborers, skilled laborers rather, in the future of the industry. Um, we are working very hard to be market leaders in marine segment within the next 2 to 3 years, and I'm sure we will be the market leaders in marine sector within the next 2 to 3 years. Number three, that increase quality workforce in the factory who enables our industry and drives our industry towards the growth. It's very important to have skilled manpower, good engineers, good salespeople who can drive this company and steer this company to larger heights. So this is the vision that we look forward, and I certainly look forward that we should be hitting the main board in the next 3 to 4 years. That's my vision as of now.
So I wanted to understand the key risks in the business. So if we don't supply the balls to a particular customer within, say, the stipulated timelines, so does that have a problem with future refinery?
Yes, it has very big repercussions if we fail to supply on-time delivery or quality. Something like risk purchase clause, late delivery penalty clause are key factors that it doesn't take time for the company to get into losses.
Right.
And the LD is, in some companies, the LD is applicable on the total order value, though I have supplied 80% of the order.
Wow. Okay.
So what happens in those cases? We have to be very, very, very prompt in our deliveries. There are delays. I would not say that there are not delays. There are delays, but we have to mitigate this problem. The team has to mitigate this problem because you see the order size is quite substantial: 7 crores, 8 crores, 10 crores, and if there's a 5% or a 4% LD on the total order per week, you can imagine the entire profitability can get converted into losses. So this is a very big drawback in this industry, since we are dealing with like PSUs and all, where you cannot fight for this. If there's an LD, if there's a risk purchase clause, it's going to happen. So this is one of the key reasons. Also, raw material sourcing in India for non-ferrous material is a challenge. There are very limited suppliers. So we have to be very alert about our purchases and procurements, that we don't have to import them. If we start importing them, it's going to have straight effects on the profitability of the company. So identifying the right supplier is the key to avoid such things.
So what emerging trends involve manufacturing you think will shape the future of the industry, and how is the
I'll tell
company?
you, the biggest thing right now people are talking about is reduce carbon footprint.
Right.
So valves is also a very big part of it when we manufacture valves. Okay. So we are working towards manufacturing products which reduce the carbon footprint in future, in present, by implementing certain systems, processes, certain tests, what we have, and we've already started working towards it. Um, Today, when we are related and we are working with big companies, we are oftenly asked question, what you are doing to be green, your company. So yes, we are working towards certain certifications. We are educating our staff to reduce the carbon footprint in what we do. Future is definitely alternate fuels, renewable energy, compressed biogas is the future, then oil and gas after oil and gas. And within the next 5 to 10 years, you will see that this industry will be quite substantial, not in India, but globally. So we have already started working towards alternate energies and renewable energies, which is the present and the future for the world. Yes.
So currently the company has around 45 plus employees, and being such a niche industry, how do we attract and retain talent?
Wow. Well, I really can't attract anybody, but yes. um, so it's very important to have a good working atmosphere, working environment for employees to join your organization, because it's very easy to have a toxic environment when your strength is increasing by the day, by the hour. You mentioned 45 in the RV. Now we already sitting on an strength of around 60 people.
Okay. Mhm.
All right. So we ensure as promoters that our core values are always with the company, and each and every employee understands the value of the organization, and we understand the value of our employee, and create a very subtle, a very hardworking environment for everybody, for which they are rewarded time to time and appreciated. So this is something we truly believe in.
And so are we planning to add additional skills also as the company grows in the various functions?
Yes, we have already started scouting for skilled people, for good engineers, good design engineers, production engineers, planning engineers. We are planning to have sales offices in metros like Pune, Ahmedabad, Gurgaon, and so on, to expand our sales presence everywhere, which we didn't have till date. It's only because of our brand name. We are doing a revenue of 36, 37 crores without any sales effort. Now, after having sales offices across all the metros or all the major metros, I'm sure we'll be able to attract more business to Rapid Valves.
So you've already shed some light on this. So company has a strong presence in the marine industry. And how
Right.
has the specialization contributed to company's growth? And how do you plan to expand in this sector?
Yes. So expand would be participating in more and more tenders,
Yes.
more and more new products, more and more new projects are coming up. See, marine industry is one of the most aggressive industries in India today.
Mhm.
The Indian Navy is upscaling their defense system to another level as on date. So whether it is Udupi Shipyard, whether it is Cochin, whether it is Musgondog, whether it is GRSE, whether it is Lenny Shipbuilding, everybody is booked for next 15 years. I can assure you that. So we have to ensure that we capture maximum business with all these shipyards, deliver them on time, and grow our company time to time.
Sir, any last thoughts? Like, could you just give some details about your IPO as well? When is it starting, and when is it going to list? And any last thoughts or any last comments about Rapid Valves?
Um, no, trust me, this entire platform, from my heart, I'm telling you, we all SMEs have been running behind debt funding, running behind credit managers and banks. This SME platform has given us wings to fly to a different level, where we can focus on manufacturing, on innovation, in creating something which matters the most to the company, rather than chasing all fund managers in the banks. So this IPO entirely for SME, it's a blessing in disguise. What happens with the IPO is that the company becomes very disciplined. Small companies, we learn a lot. financial discipline, all kind of the protocols are followed. So it's very hard work. It's a lot of hard work, teams hard work. It's not easy to just say that IPO aa raha hai. Nahin, it doesn't work like that. It's lot of hard work of 12 to 14 months that the entire team and all other external agencies have put in to make the company so strong that we can come out with an IPO.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think you have summarized the entire company very well. And all the best for your IPO. And
Thank you so much, Dhruf.
All
Thank
the
you so
very
much.
best.
Thank you so much, Akriti. It's a pleasure talking to you. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.